Hey, I'm Liam Javier Guevara.
And I'm Daniel Perez Rodriguez.
We're going to tell you about the median,
Mean,
mode. The example that we're going to give today for the median, mode, and mean is an example of 800-meter runners in track. Go.
about 30 middle school runners in the state of Tennessee go on to the state tournament in track and field.
Here are the results of the race of the East Tennessee race, or my 800-meter race.
Here are the rest of the state qualifiers outside of East Tennessee.
As you can see on both results, one side of Tennessee has a huge margin. After analyzing every race in Tennessee, the average median time for a runner in the sectionals of East Tennessee, which is my race, was a 2:25 for the median, or the mean was 2:30, and the most common time that people ran was a 2:19. Nico.
On the other hand, the average median time for a state qualifier not in East Tennessee is 2:26. The mean was 2:33 and the most common time was 2:26.
This means that the state qualifiers outside of Tennessee were 1 second slower than the sectional runners in Tennessee. So through the median, they were 1 second slower, and through the mean, they were 3 seconds slower. And for the mode, they were a whopping 12 seconds slower than the runners in East Tennessee.
And now we're switching it to decimals graphs.
Here's a graph of all of the runners in East Tennessee and in the rest of Tennessee during the 800-meter race. On the bottom is the ranking that they got, so the people on the very left got first place, and the time is on the y-axis, which the lower you are on the graph, the faster you are. As you can see in the red, it's all of the state qualifiers from the rest of Tennessee, and all the dots in the green were all the people that ran sectionals with me. I made an estimate with that yellow line that basically the people that ran under that line would have made state if they were in a different district. But what if I told you this wasn't the whole graph? Here's the graph that includes everybody that I listed today. At the bottom left, you could see the top 5 in my sectional race, and the outliers that are at the very top of the screen. The average 8th grade runner runs a 800 in 3 minutes and 16 seconds, which you can see from the purple line at the very, very top of the screen. Here is one last graph that shows the margin of the people that made state and didn't make state. The dots highlighted in blue were all the people that made state overall. Even though their times were slower, they still made it into state over the people in the East Tennessee sectional race. After looking at all this data, we can conclude that East Tennessee has the most elite runners in track and field through the